Welcome to a new video. Let's take a look at some new entitled parent stories. I hope you like them. The first story is called, Yes, My Child's Artist Name Just Happens to Be Your Name. So, a quick little backstory. This happened Friday last week, and I'm 15. I am a fledgling artist. I do lots of sketches and a couple of color attempts. And I'm one of the few artists in my school that openly do art, usually at lunch or once my work is done. Now, story time. It's an average Friday in my school. Kids are loud, classes are long, and I'm drawing. I go through my first couple classes like always, before I get to my third period. I open my backpack and set my drawing book on my desk. Then I exit the classroom to use the restroom, not really worrying about anything. When I get back, my book is gone. I look all around, ask a few students I know if they've seen it, but it doesn't turn up. I then go throughout my day without it, attempting to figure out who could have taken it. Eventually, it's lunchtime. And I notice a group of about 10 kids crowded around something in the quad. Normally, I'd walk by without a thought. But I figured if it was something neat, maybe it would brighten my day. When I peer over the shoulder of the student in front of me, I blink. Then I realize what's happening. A boy from my math class was showing off my drawings. And he claimed they were all his own design. I almost shoved the other students out of my way, and stood in front of the boy. He smiled at me like I was there to admire his artwork. Those are mine. What? Those drawings? They're mine. I drew all of them personally. Dude, no you didn't. I drew this Talonflame myself. He gestured to the piece of art my best friend asked me to draw like it was nothing special. The other kids seemed to realize that our conversation was getting tense, and began heading to lunch. Go away. Not until you give me my drawings back. He continued to claim he was the real owner for a while. But I realized something. I had him with a few drawings. Flip to the 10th page. It has my name in pen on it. He did so with a smirk. He had erased my name from every other page. But it faded when he saw my first and last name in black ink on the page, with my drawing of a Suicune. I really like Pokemon. He then tried to leave. And I obviously tried to stop him. But lunch had ended, and a teacher told us to get to our separate classes. I was left fuming until the day ended, and when it did, I went to the front office to wait for the boy. About 5 minutes after classes ended and most students were leaving, I spotted him. I caught him before he could leave the building. Give me back my drawings. I don't know what you are talking about. Don't play games with me. You have it, you saw my name. And I want it back. Give it back now, and I'll tell nobody about this. I grabbed his arm. He kept trying to weasel his way out of my grip, before a woman came up to me. Excuse me, what are you doing to my son? Miss, he stole my notebook from me, and I want it back. If he gives it back, I'll leave him alone. She looked skeptical, before sighing. You're probably misunderstanding. I just got him a new notebook, so maybe it just looks like yours. I gave her a really look before she gestured to her son. Show him your drawings, so he knows it's not his. I realized I had him because my name was on one of the drawings. He flipped through the drawings, and tried to skip the Suicune, before I put my hand on the page to stop him. That's my name. Honey, that's just his artist name. I literally just stared at her with a look of disbelief. All artists have one. I then pulled out my student ID and showed her my name. See? Spelled perfectly like my name, capitalization and all. It's just a coincidence, that's all. She also tried to leave, but I wouldn't let go of her son or my book. Miss, tell your son to let go of my book, and I will let you two be on your way. It's his book, you brat. Those are his drawings. You're just jealous of his talent. She continued to raise her voice before one of my teachers walked over. Hey. What's going on here? Oh, good. A teacher. This boy is trying to steal my son's art book. It has my freaking name in it. Both recoiled at my language, then my teacher spoke. All right, calm down. Let's get to the bottom of this. Oh, P, why do you think this is your book? Because it was stolen during math, which I have with this kid. It has my drawings in it, and it has my first and last name in it. Okay, good. Now, why is it your book? The boy and mother made a jumble of excuses that just ended up confusing the teacher. He took the book, and looked it over, without opening it. It has no name on it. I forgot to put mine. I still don't know if I can say it's yours. He had only seen my book from last year, so I don't blame him. As he began to open it, arms wrapped around me. An art friend of mine came and one hugged me from behind. Hey. What's happening here? The mother stepped forward. This boy is trying to steal my son's book. My teacher looked up from the first page. Calm down, miss. He just wants to know what's happening. He has no say in this. They will probably just say it's his because they know him. My teacher looked at my friends, who he knows I often draw with, and had an idea. He flipped to a page with an incomplete drawing, and asked, have you seen him drawing this? Yeah. He drew it in lit, but didn't finish. The woman opened her mouth, before my friend turned to the page with my Sukyun. He also drew this for me last week. See, there's his name. The boy seemed to be regretting his choices, while the mother seemed ready to explode. My teacher remained calm. Mystery solved. Here you go. He gave me my book and turned to the mother. I and my friend left to go to the library. We talked until our parents picked us up. I came back the next Monday, and wasn't bothered by the boy at all. The next story is called, entitled Dad Thinks That His 5 Years Old Should Be Doing Benches at the Gym. He gets arrested. So just some context. I just got a new job, at a sort of country club. I do paperwork at a desk, near the front of the gym. This story happens just when my shift starts. At the gym, one had to be above the age of 12 to enter, as long as you are with an adult. And 14 to enter alone. And you need to be 16, to enter the black matter area. It is the weightlifting area, where people to deadlift, bench press and do any exercise involving weights. So, I'm sitting at my desk, chatting with the receptionist. Basically chilling. There were probably 15 people in the gym and 4 of them in the black matted area. Out of the dark, enter the entitled dad with his kid. The dad looked like a hippie, wearing a tank top and a pom-pom hat. It was currently winter in Canada. The kid then said, "Hi. Where can I do some bench presses?" Me, I don't think that you would be allowed to bench. But you can surely do some cardio over there. I point at the treadmills. But I want to lift. I'm sorry, kid. But you are too young. Dad, hey, how about you keep your mouth closed and move on? One kid bench pressing won't do anything to you. I'm shocked. Is this man really so entitled? Does he really think that his 5-year-old son should be doing benches? Does he have no common sense? Listen, if you want your 5-year-old son to be bench pressing, you have to go to another gym. It's simply the rules. I don't give a crap. My son will be jacked. I'm just dumbfounded. I still can't believe how little brain cells the dad had. To my luck, the receptionist steps in and saves me from eternal hell. I think you heard him. He said the rules. Your son can't bench press here. As a matter of fact, your son shouldn't even be allowed in here. He is way too young. I don't care. The dad and his kid walk up to the black matted area. Meanwhile, the receptionist contacts security. The kid then tries to pick up a 20-pound dumbbell, and fails to do so. Because of that, I'm honestly worried that the kid will try to bench and get hurt while doing so. Thank God, he did not have the time to do so. As the kid sat down on the bench, a security guard and the receptionist arrived. The guard is like 6'7" and jacked, so he's pretty intimidating. Sir, you and your son must leave this building. Or else, we will be contacting authorities. The dad started to scream. I am trying to work out, just go away. Now, everyone else in the gym heard this and are shocked, as they are walking towards the dad. Sir, you have to leave. The guard was now standing directly in front of him. And there was noticing his height. Sir, just leave now, before you get arrested. Kid, but dad, you said that I will get ripped today. Don't worry, boy. He pointed to me and the security. See, you are making him cry. The kid honestly looked like he just wanted to leave at this point. Listen, you will be arrested for trespassing. The police are already on their way. Like hell I am. Who do you think you are to kick me out of the gym? I know the manager. I will get you fired. Right now, I know for a fact that the police are already in the building and he is trespassing. So I'm just laughing in the inside at how delusional this dad is. The kid wants to leave. So he's hiding behind his dad and simply tugging on his arm. In comes an officer. Sir, are you refusing to leave this property? No, they are attacking me cause I'm white. Sir, put your hands behind your back. But. No buts. Kid, dad. You said that I'll work out. Shut up, kid. I'm done with you. The dad is arrested for trespassing and resisted arrest. Honestly, some people now are completely delusional and think that they can do whatever they want. I really feel like some people in Canada are more cringe-worthy. The last story is called, Woman Wants a Free Laptop, Gets Free Handcuffs Instead. In the UK, we have an electronics store called PC World. It's exactly as it sounds. It sells PCs, laptops, tablets, pretty much anything with electronics in. And also paper, of course. Inside, they also have PC repair facilities. It's called Know-How. Hardware and software repairs and setups are done there. It's nothing like Chuck though, I can assure you. I scored a job here right out of uni, which was great for me, since I love a bit of tech. But on the downside, you're exposed to the public. Let me set the scene. I'm minding my own business, calling out to customers, to let them know that their laptops have come back from the repair depot and they're ready to collect. Then the entitled mother and her daughter approach my counter. I'm in the middle of leaving a voicemail, so they wait patiently. I hang up and smile. Hey, how can I help? The mother places a box on the counter for a Dell touchscreen laptop. I bought this laptop 2 weeks ago and the screen has broken already. Alright, let's have a look. I was thinking that maybe the touchscreen drivers aren't working or something. She takes out the laptop and I hear rattling in the box. A glassy rattling. Sure enough, she pops a laptop on the counter, opens it and exposes a cracked screen. She powers it on and shows the screen. It was still working, but it's cracked to hell. I automatically move to hardware fix mode. I'll need to have a look at and see if this can be fixed. I reach to take it off the counter. I know that the sales guys are pushing tempered glass screen protectors on these. So we might just be able to peel it off for her, if that's all that's damaged. The second I reach for it, she snatches it away. No, I want a new one. This one is obviously broken. Genius. Since she had been so sweet so far, I'm taken aback, not to mention that burn. Sorry, but this is accidental damage and that's not covered. She turns from friend to devil in 1 second. Accidental damage? How is this accidental damage? You sold a laptop that is broken. I want a new one and I want to speak to the manager. Laptop screens don't just crack. If your car was dented, would you blame the manufacturer? Don't you dare to talk to me like that. Get me a manager. Now. Worth noting at this point that I was 23, so it didn't take much for people to dismiss me. So, asking for the manager is totally normal. I give her the whole, I can get a manager, but he'll say the same thing. Get the manager. At this point, the entitled daughter speaks up. It was just on, playing music and the screen cracked. I didn't even touch it, Mum. I want a new one. My manager slides in and I take a verbal lashing for accusing her of balking up this laptop. I notice that there's a little dent below the keyboard, about at the place where the screen damage was. It's clear something was on the laptop when it was closed and caused this. Me, gesturing to the mark, what's this dent here? It looks like it lines up with the damage. Was something closed in the laptop? Yeah, that was like that when I got it. Why are you even talking to me? Just do your job and get me a new laptop. Right. I then go to inspect the screen since the manager is explaining and the mother is distracted. I see that it is just a protector. New protectors are like £10. Heat it up, peel it off and put a new one on. I get her attention to explain the good news and she wails, I told you not to touch that. Then she gets even noisier. She snatches it out of my hand, by the screen, and two things happen. First, she grabs it with such force that I see the panel of the screen crack. The login screen jumps all over the place. It's destroyed now. And the glass of the screen protector cuts her hand. MOT badly, but not goodly. Now my desk is bloody. She screams and hurls racist remarks at my manager and me. We're both white. Her eyes dart from her now balked laptop to a laptop that's on the desk. Not hers, another customer's that we are setting up. She grabs it, it's covered in blood now, and the pair of them sprint out of the shop. I'm not paid to chase anybody but the police that we called. The receipt for setup, that was stapled to the laptop box she left with her name and number, was used to find her. Our manager went in with a statement and identified the woman and daughter. All I know is that she ran out of the store, around the corner, and tried to throw the laptop in a bush. It hit a car and she disappeared out of the area. Her license plate was pulled and turns out the car was still in the car park. She returned for it whilst the police were in the store, so she was obviously caught. I don't know what happened to her after that, but I'm sure she paid for the car and the laptop. We would use the footage to show new starters that things could be worse if they ever go through a bad scenario. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Have a great day. Bye bye.